Is there actually a Venom movie in the works?
Apple has unveiled the third generation iPad.
And Hasbro is making a Ouija movie? This episode of Pretty Much It is brought to you by...
Hello! What do you like music and movies and fashion, celebs, hotshots? You gotta go to Young Hollywood Network. They got the sports, the interviews, the celebs, the hotshots, all the big people in the world. You click the annotation. That's my buddy. Say, hey, I'm here. And Pretty Much It sent me.
Today is Friday, March 9th, 2012. What have you accomplished since the last episode of Pretty Much It? What about you?
I went to the bathroom a lot.
In case you haven't liked us on Facebook yet and you're not following us on Twitter, please click the links down in the info. And also while you're down there are links to this week's reviews. We have reviews of Silent House, Friends with Kids, Say Anything's new album, Anarchy My Dear, and of course, John Carter. And in case you're new to the show, Pretty Much It, we have a feature called Choose Your News, where all along the bottom of the screen, there are annotations to click around to the different news stories we're going to talk about, and you can either watch the whole episode, or you can click the annotations to skip around to the news stories that you are interested in.
Or you can watch the whole thing and be like a family with us. Like the Pretty Much It family, and you'll be our grandchildren while we tell you what's going on in the world.
And the final thing we have to say before we start talking about this week's news is that we are filming this episode on Wednesday.
Oh, whoa, this is going to be a lot to process,
Yeah.
guys, so pay attention.
I, Eric, am going on a trip. I'm going to South by Southwest in Austin, Texas.
He's leaving this place to go to another.
So because I will be gone and we can't shoot the usual time that we shoot Pretty Much It episodes, we're shooting on Wednesday, we're shooting early, so if we miss any news from late Wednesday night or Thursday or anything like that, you get it. I hope you get it. And that being said, let's get into this week's news. The first story is Ouija.
No.
Do you know all the story?
No, I don't know all the
Okay.
story. I don't really want to know all the story.
No, you do. Ready? You do.
Fine.
Here we go. This is a good story.
Go ahead.
So Hasbro is making a Ouija movie. If you don't know what Ouija is, do you know what Ouija is?
I do know what
know
Ouija
Is that the thing when you go like that?
Yes. But of course, Universal was putting together a film based on Ouija because why not?
What could the film be based off of?
I don't know, but I guess they were going to figure something out. If they can make a battleship movie, which they are, and they have, they can make a movie about anything. They can make a movie about blades of grass.
So you were telling me that there was something behind this.
There's definitely something interesting to this. Ready? So initially, the original movie was a $100 million film produced by Platinum Dunes, which is Michael Bay, directed by McG, and written by the guys that wrote Tron Legacy.
What? And what happened to this?
Well, now they just announced that it is going to be a $5 million movie.
That is,
I have that much money. That's like not a lot of money.
No McG.
That's good.
Michael Bay's still in, and now we're also bringing on a producer for Paranormal Activity.
Okay, so it's going to be explosions and ghosts.
I don't know. Apparently, it was originally supposed to be a big adventure movie.
Adventure?
I don't know. But now, because of the success of the small movies that make a lot of money, they're going to just make a paranormal type of movie where it's a very small budget thing, I guess, and it will make tons and tons of money.
Well, that's dumb, and I don't care. Let's move on.
The next movie story this week is an interesting one, I suppose.
Unexpected.
I suppose.
Apparently, there is For a long time, Hollywood has been wanting to make a Venom movie. Why? I don't know. They tried, and they failed with Venom once already in Spider-Man 3, so I don't know what exactly the fixation is, but they are obsessed, and they are always trying to make this thing happen.
Well, the reason why they're so obsessed is because they know they have that target audience which will just throw money at them. You know, they'll say, whoa, Venom movie! I mean, that's why Venom was in Spider-Man 3 in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, Sam Raimi had a completely different idea for Spider-Man 3.
With Lizard.
Yeah, and Sony was like, no, we need a villain that everybody knows.
And then Sony went and
And,
rebooted it with the Lizard.
Yeah, so, who knows?
But the interesting news now is that Josh Trank is being looked at to possibly direct it, and of course, if you don't know who he is, he's the director of Mike's favorite,
Chronicle? Yay.
Now, keep in mind that this is kind of in the early rumors stages, I guess. Like, he's being discussed, but he was also being discussed, apparently, about Fantastic Four, and he said he didn't know anything about it. So, you know, it could be anything. You know, it could be anything.
I don't like that he's being discussed about anything. I think that, like, he had his shot with Chronicle. He had his fun. but it's time to stop. Maybe get a day job. Maybe move back home.
See, I didn't think he was the problem, though, with Chronicles so much as the writing. So I would like to see what he can do, I guess. But all we've seen him do is this found footage movie. So outside of that,
I'll give him one more shot.
One more shot. But not with a Venom movie. I'm against using him for the Venom movie.
Speaking of just the Venom movie in general, how do you feel about that? Like
I think it would be awesome. But I actually think it should be a short film.
I don't know how the F do you have a Venom movie without Spider-Man? Because like Venom,
you do. Ready? You have a Venom movie
been proven.
where Spider-Man is a side character just at the beginning or something like that to set up Venom. And it would be like almost like Spider-Man 1.5 or 2.5 in between the new Spider-Man series.
I guess.
I'd be down for it.
It's been proven in recent comics that Venom has like a really compelling story, and like you said, it's kind of told from the perspective as Venom's the main character, and every once in a while, Spider-Man comes in and like messes things up for him. You know, it's really cool.
So I think it's definitely possible, and I would love to see it. I think actually a short film would be better because a full movie, I don't know.
I could definitely see them making a full movie, that being possible, but the chances of it being good...
Slim. Definitely slim.
Slim.
And speaking of Venom done poorly, we have Topher Grace in the news. Topher Grace, of course, if you don't know, well, he's from That 70s Show, but he portrayed Eddie Brock, Venom, in Spider-Man 3.
Terrible cast.
Yeah, that was
Terrible
just bad overall. Everything about Venom was bad in that movie. But this is a story about Topher Grace himself, and it's an very, very odd story. Apparently, Topher Grace has gotten into editing recently, and he decided to take it upon himself to edit the Star Wars prequels into one 80-something minute film.
Now, with all the stuff that Topher Grace could be doing with his life, why that?
That's the thing. He's got nothing else to do.
I guess
I mean,
not.
like, if you got nothing else to do and you're rich, usually, like, go on a cruise. Or it's like, no, I'm going to make a better Star Wars movie. Topher, go do something better with your life. Come on. You know what really needs a re-editing right now? My own version of Star Wars. It'll be perfect. It'll only be 80 minutes.
I love it. I think I want to see it. I'll pay money.
I want to see it just out of curiosity, only because I'd love to see what he deemed not worth being in Star Wars. You know what I mean? Topher Grace basically said what he thought was good and bad in Star Wars.
I like that. That's cool.
I mean, it's interesting, and apparently, like, young Anakin is not in the movie. The first time you see Anakin is when it's Hayden Christensen. So I guess it's not terrible.
I mean, it might be an interesting idea. It's just weird.
It's very odd, yeah.
I mean, like, is he keeping this to himself, like a personal hobby thing, or is he saying, like, yo, guys, check it?
Pervert.
Was this like a press release? Like he came out of his house and he's like, I've done it! I've done it!
The way he did it apparently was he invited over select friends, press, and
George
actors
Lucas.
and actresses. I don't think George Lucas was invited. And he screened it for them, like, at his house or something. Or,
Hey, real good job, man.
I don't know. And then he told people...
How'd you like my movie, guys?
He told people not to talk about it beforehand, but afterwards
It's
they
a
could talk about
secret.
it.
Shush.
Overall, just a very odd story. Topher Grace...
What are you doing?
Speaking of another guy that has a lot of time on his hands, I think, Joshua Thompson sued AMC Theaters because he was being charged too much for snacks.
Now, I applaud this man because I could buy a popcorn and a drink, and it'd be like $15.
Okay, but
Ridiculous.
here's the problem. Do you know how theaters make money these days?
Yes.
They don't make money on movies anymore.
I know, it's by concession, but I don't want to pay $15 for popcorn
But
and
it's
a
not
soda.
their fault because they need to make money. Like I'm totally on the fence. I totally agree with you saying. I hate paying for it, but then like I kind of feel bad because it's like,
don't
well, I want
care.
these theaters to be open, but they have to charge an arm and a leg because they are not making enough money on the movies anymore.
At this point, I sneak in all of my food.
Well, yeah, you can just do that then. Actually,
That's
of
what I
course.
do. That's actually what I do every single time I go to the theater.
I just get really, really thirsty, but it's just so hard to plunk down $6 for a cup of drink. It's just, So yeah, I think it's cool, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
I mean, this guy's obviously not
What's
a
his-
Stubbs member,
What's his base?
right?
Yeah. What's the grounds for suing? Like I'm getting ripped off.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, he
it?
doesn't have to buy them. That's the thing. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
can't they do whatever they? I feel like can't they do what they
it
want?
is their establishment.
Yeah.
I guess he could say you're overcharging.
You could do a boycott, I guess, but a lawsuit seems odd to me.
Well, people have sued for stranger things in the
Oh,
past.
yes.
Like, my hot coffee is too hot, or my cold coffee is too cold.
It's like proving a point
Yeah, I think that's what it's
that
more
we already
about.
all know. I mean, okay.
Like, is he the first person to think, I'm paying a lot for this food? No, but whatever. And the last bit of movie news is just a quick bit of sequel news. Project X looks like it's going to get a sequel, and I have to say, I enjoyed Project X. I thought it was very funny, but, you know, I understand they'd make a sequel just for money.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, it doesn't warrant a sequel at all, I don't think. What's it going to be, the same thing again? Did you see it?
No, I haven't
You
even
saw it,
seen
though,
it.
right?
But
I could see it going like a Hangover 2. Like
I can see it just being the same thing, yeah, exactly.
all over again. As many of you guys probably know, the Assassin's Creed 3 trailer has dropped this week. We talked about some leaks last week, but now we got to see a moving trailer. It was really quick and just a teaser, but it was really cool.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
like I said last week, not a fan of the old time era and everything like that, but I'm a little pumped for this one because it looks like you got some real spunk in you. You got a hatchet, you got guns. Like that scene where he pulled the guy's head into his own rifle.
Yeah,
that was cool.
That was
That was
awesome.
cool.
I
I thought running on the trees in the trailer looked kind of stupid, but I know it's Assassin's Creed and he's got to run and jump on
Well, yeah,
stuff.
he has
It's obligatory.
He doesn't have supernatural powers, but like
No.
he can run up buildings.
He can
and stuff.
parkour a mean building.
He can
skip.
parkour right up to this red jacket's rumpus.
A couple of other little details came out. The game takes place between 1753 to 1783.
And that's a civil war for you folk who haven't gone to school yet.
Revolutionary War. The main cities in the game are New York, woods in between, and Boston.
Oh,
Colonial. That's really
that's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm into that.
I'm really excited. I'm going to play this one. I haven't played the other ones, but I'm definitely interested in playing this one.
It's a good one to jump into.
Yeah, I was going to say, do I need to play the other ones or?
I'll fill you in.
Okay,
Fill you in.
don't be weird.
Another interesting little detail is that we know that George Washington and Ben Franklin are going to be making appearances in the game. Now, what's really interesting, and I have my money on it, is that I think that you're going to end up having to somehow in the game try and kill George Washington, and because he becomes a bad guy, a Templar.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
That'd be cool. Kill the first president.
Yeah, no big deal.
It's interesting because they do Assassin's Creed games do get into real history, and George Washington and a lot of politicians back then were Freemasons,
Right.
which is like that group, and Freemasons were
It's a
tied
band,
to the Freemasons. The Freemasons were tied to the Templars, the enemies of assassins.
Okay, gotcha.
So that could be cool. America's going to hate that. Next up, me and Mike got a little bit to say about the new Halo 4 video that was released. 343 Studios released like a making of type of documentary thing.
Now, before we talk about this, I thought Halo 3 was the last one. I don't play these games, but I was under the impression it was the last one.
Halo 3 is the last game that was made by Bungie, which is
the
game
main
studio.
guys.
So what's this
So
Halo 4?
now
business?
it's just like the guys who came up with Halo. Now they have their own company, I guess.
So does that mean it's going to be not as good, you think? Or?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
We don't know.
All right, so go ahead about this video.
So, strangest thing, I mean, like, Halo 4 is a big thing, right? You would expect.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first thing they release is some kind of, like, developers, thing where they show, like little snippets of what they got so far.
Yeah, boring.
Which was boring, exactly. And, like, wasn't really blowing me away, still looked like Halo. Didn't look like a massive change. I was expecting Halo 4 to be a massive change because, switching developers and everything.
Oh,
but,
yeah. Total studio, you thought it would be completely different,
it
right?
looked more of Halo. I mean, like, I like Halo. I'm gonna be looking forward to it, but I'm not. My pants aren't getting yanked off.
I'm glad to hear it.
A couple little interesting things that they seem to be doing under the hood for the game. While it looks like just another Halo game, they are adding a lot more customization and a little bit more of like a class-based system to it, and it's faster and quicker and less like jump up really high and just shoot everybody and throw grenades. They're really changing the core concept of the gameplay. So that could be really cool. But I just wish I saw it in a damn like action-packed
Trailer.
gameplay trailer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a dumb idea to release this first. I mean, I guess that means that a trailer is coming soon.
There was the original one, but that just showed 2 seconds of a cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
And wah, Halo. One last thing that kind of intrigues me / excites me. Peter Monalou, the head of Lionhead Studios, the guys who made Fable and Black and White and stuff like that. I'm sure a lot of you guys play Fable. He has actually left Lionhead Studios and left Microsoft, which means after Fable Journey and Fable Heroes, there's not going to be any more Fable games. Thank God. I'm so happy. Those games.
I don't know anything about this. So
I've never played any of the Fable games.
They're really good RPGs, but they just started to, get really worse and worse and worse.
Okay.
Fable 3 was like Spider-Man 3.
Ooh. So this is a good thing.
Yeah, it's really cool because he's going indie now. This is a really he's like a rock star developer, and he's got really cool ideas. So
Interesting.
Keep an eye on Peter Monalou.
In the tech world today, there was some big news. Apple unveiled the 3rd generation iPad. It's not called the iPad 3.
No.
It's just called iPad, and I, for one, am very happy about that.
I'm so excited!
Oh!
I'm so excited!
I personally was hoping this would happen, and I hope that same happens for the iPhone. And it's
Yeah.
just iPhone
Yeah.
from now on. That would be awesome. But we were expecting Retina display, and we got it. We were expecting the new processor, and we got it. Was there anything that we weren't expecting? Although Siri we were expecting, and it didn't make the cut, I guess.
Yeah.
But was there anything that we weren't expecting that was a surprise, I think?
Honestly, no.
It was pretty much all expected. So
Just
I mean,
an upgrade.
Yeah, and I think it's a great upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
That screen is going to be unbelievable. But we were expecting everything, and so it wasn't very surprising.
I think the iPad's going to go the way of like the MacBooks and laptops. They're updated every year, they're refreshed, but it's not like to huge fanfare and excitement.
And the last bit of news for this week is TV news. If you know the show Terra Nova, which, by the way, do you know this show?
Yeah.
Do you know
Is
this
that that ridiculous show that kind of looks like Dreams from when I was 7?
I know that's Desperate Housewives. Different dinosaurs. Terra Nova is a show, or was a show,
Yeah.
that was like a
College.
dinosaur thing. It looked like kind of like a Jurassic Park plus time travel
It looked cool.
sort of thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it might have looked cool to you, but I personally didn't think it looked good at all.
No.
But
Never looked good to me.
it's canceled, and I'm not surprised at all.
What a slap in the face. This is like a big kick in the pants from Fox.
I guess they thought it was going to be some sort of hit. Maybe just because they had Steven Spielberg's name attached, but everything has Steven Spielberg's name attached. What does that mean?
I guess they were trying to ride like the Lost had just ended wave. Well, what a lot of stations try to do. And they just spent a whole lot of money that they could have spent at hospitals or something.
Yeah, they could have donated it.
Could have donated it, but nah, we got to make a show about dinosaurs and then cancel it.
Now, it's not specifically dead because it's being shopped around to other networks, but what network is going to take a show that costs that much to make?
None.
None.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll pick it up, and we'll broadcast it on pretty much it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we got to call up the agents. We want
The
the
agency.
show.
Gotta get the agency on the phone. I'll pretend to be the agency. You be us. Pretty much it. Ready?
Okay.
Hello, this is the agency.
We want the show, and we want it now!
Who is this? How did you get this number?
Oh, God.
And that's it for the news this week. Once again, I'd like to stress that we are shooting this on Wednesday. So if there's anything else late Wednesday night or on Thursday that we didn't miss this news. It hasn't happened yet as of filming this.
Remember that.
And we can't time travel.
Not yet.
No. So please keep that in mind, and we will discuss, of course, anything that we missed in next week's episode. But now, before we talk about the trailers that were released this week, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
It's commercial break on.
No one can see this. So now let's talk about the trailers that were released last week. The first
Can you get rid of the freaking banana? It's kind of like...
So now let's talk about the trailers that were released this week. Oh, that's a funny joke.
That's not Jake.
Jake, no! It's okay, pal. It's okay. Now, all of the trailers that we're about to talk about can be found by clicking the links down in the info. So the first trailer we have to talk about is the new Men in Black 3D trailer. Now, I was looking forward to this movie just because I think the Men in Black movies are fun. That's really it. Then, of course, we discussed how many problems went into making it, where part of it was that they were writing the script like
As
moments
they were
before
shooting,
they
yeah.
were saying the lines.
Winging it.
So, I don't know what to think about this thing, and I still think it looks fun, honestly. I'm looking forward to it.
It looks like Men in Black 3. It doesn't look like, anything different.
Yeah,
It's
it
no
looks-
Prometheus.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm still looking forward to it. I'm definitely interested to see how it turns out with that whole written 5 minutes before thing. I wonder if we'll be able to pick out the lines that were written that way versus ones that were written prior. But I am still looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'll see it. Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing is, did you notice in the trailer it looked like there was a green screen unfinished?
Yes, it did.
Did you notice
I
that?
did notice that.
Now, it's not. It is the tank that the big fish is in, and it just is green because someone is a goof ball.
It. Somebody is a goof. Somebody goofs so
It just
hard.
looks bad.
Oops.
Next trailer is one that I'm significantly more excited for, though, actually. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but the Paranorman trailer, I first saw anything about Paranorman. I know there was some sort of teaser out, but I didn't see it. when I saw the Lorax in IMAX 3D, and I saw this trailer, and I have to say, I think it looks awesome.
Now, I was thinking that when I saw the teaser, but after this new trailer came out, I kind of lost a little bit of excitement for it. Yeah, I thought the first teaser kind of made it look a lot better. The second one kind of looks like they shoving a lot more childish humor into it. I mean, it is a kids movie, so they can do that. So
what I can say is it looks like the type of movie that probably would have been my favorite movie ever when I was 10.
I'm just happy that there's more movies that are just at least a little more appealing to me.
Yeah, that are not just
it's not Puss in Boots or Shrek 8.
Yeah,
it's not just CG.
So I'm down.
I'm down like a clown in
I'm
Lumbertown.
downtown.
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 Banana clown.
Next trailer is one, we're really dropping on the excitement level here. What to expect when you're expecting?
Pregnancy.
Let's just skip this.
Yeah, we could just skip it.
Let's move on. Next subject.
But, you know, I mean,
Stop,
we could
stop.
just skip it.
Chris Rock's in it.
Stop.
That's good.
The next thing up is the Brave Japanese trailer. Now, what I thought was the coolest part about
What
this...
to expect when you're expecting is, I mean, it's a book, you know?
Stop. The Brave Japanese trailer was like a lot better than the American.
Yeah, I finally am getting into it. I'm
now I
so
wanna see
happy.
It still didn't tell you exactly what the plot was about.
But as soon as I saw the witch, I was like,
oh, something in this movie is happening.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Something's going on. And it's funny because it's in Japanese, but I still liked it better than any other trailers we have so far.
Odd. Well, yeah, it makes me a little more excited for Brave, which is a good thing.
I'm very much more excited for it now. I think the tone looks great. I definitely like the witch. It honestly reminded me of Banjo-Kazooie a little bit.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Next up is the trailer for Now Is Good. Now this is, did you watch this trailer?
Yeah.
It's Dakota Fanning.
I'll skip it.
He's already out. All right, so you're out.
Dakota Fanning should stick to being a child actress. She should
And some other trailers that were released this week were Womb, To the Arctic, All In, We Have a Pope, and Turn Me On, Damn It. That's the title of the movie. And that's all the trailers for this week. Now let's talk about the poll. The question was, which Avenger in the Avengers would you like to see be the main focus? And like we said, it's supposed to be Captain America. Looks like it's going to be Iron Man. And you guys said that you would like to see Iron Man as the main focus. And that leads me to believe that none of you know anything about the Avengers.
I am disappointed.
Yeah. Now, I get it. Because if I didn't know that Captain America was supposed to be the focus, I'd probably say the same thing. So it's totally fair. Now, 3 and 4 were close enough that I think it's worth saying both. In third place, we had Thor, and in fourth place, we had Hulk. So that's the old poll's results. Now, the new poll, if you'd like to vote, you can click the link down in the info that says Vote Now. It'll take you over to our Facebook page. And while you're over there, please like us on Facebook if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. But the new poll question is, who would you like to see play Venom in a Venom movie?
And Topher Grace doesn't count.
No, Topher Grace doesn't count. I'm going to just ignore that if that's put in, so don't waste your votes on Topher Grace.
What about Michael Fassbender? Ooh.
And finally, the giveaway winner. Because it's Wednesday, I usually pick a winner at the very last minute, so I'm not going to have the winner available now. But whoever is in the annotation that just popped up, congratulations.
Whoa!
You won a copy of Like Crazy on DVD. Use it wisely.
Don't use it to throw around at your friends, because you'll poke your eyes out. Put it in your DVD players. And no, don't run around with matches.
Or scissors. Watch the movie.
If you run around with matches and scissors at the same time, well then, what are you doing? Watch the movie. Stop doing that.
And that's it for this week's episode of Pretty Much It. Now, in case you guys don't realize, this is actually the 10th episode of Pretty Much It.
Whoa, now I do.
Pretty much it handshake.
Pretty
We
much
gotta
a
have
handshake.
one.
How do
We gotta
do
come
this?
up with a cool one.
All right, hold on. Yeah.
It could just be, and then we just go.
Ow! But thank you guys very much for watching. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. 10 weeks? I don't know. It feels like we've only been doing it for a couple of days. But I'm having a blast with it. I don't know about you guys. I'm really having fun doing this.
I'm having a gas.
a gas blast.
I'm having a...
But I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you have a dandy weekend, and I
hope that your folks are doing okay.
Yeah,
I hope
the family's all right.
Hope that everything in your house is okay. Hope your lawn is okay.
is not unkempt.
And I hope that all your bills are paid.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that everybody's got good cereal.
Don't play Ouija.
Don't play Ouija. You might get ghosts.
And that's pretty much it.